20 years we've been waiting for a developer to grab Indiana Jones by the plumps and say, we're going to make a AAA game and make something special for you in the Indiana Jones universe. The excitement, like, the movies are everything to me, but Indiana Jones has got a history of making kind of okay games, nothing particularly brilliant. There was one on the SNES, there was a couple, I think it was one on the NES, Infernal Machine, Emperor's Tomb. There's a few games that have come out, Indiana Jones, in the past, but nothing's really ever delivered a quality. Apart from, you know what, Lego Indiana Jones was actually amazing. The original soundtrack, replaying the levels, brilliant. But now we have a game here which is coming out, and it just, man, it puts such a smile on my face, because this is a character, as I'm sure for you as it is for me, that means so much to me. There's nostalgia, there's a connection with my own dad, with my life in general. I mean, we had the same day, as of recording this, today came out a brand new Ubisoft trailer saying there's going to be a brand new Star Wars open world game by Ubisoft. Lucasfilm have just gone, do you know what? Yes, Bethesda. Yes, Ubisoft. Let's freaking go. Let's watch the whole trailer. Watch it the whole way through. It's like 30 seconds. It's not long. And then go back and look at everything specific. But here we go. This is the new Indiana Jones Bethesda game, the official teaser. To celebrate, I'm having a glass of bubbles. Because why the hell not? Wait, shut up, man. Shut up, man. Oh, God. I am such a freaking loser. Let's take a look at every single part of this. As the camera moves, there's lots of things we can kind of like look at and acknowledge and see. Sir Francis Drake, I think that says Sir Francis Drake, from what I can see. Sir Francis Drake circumnavigated the world in the 16th century. The guy is synonymous with the Uncharted 1. Was Uncharted 1 Drake's fortune? I think it was. I don't know. He saw the world before many others did, and there's a lot of rumors around how he became very kind of synonymous with kind of finding hidden treasures around the globe. We've got Forbidden Stones here, which could be a nod, this book here, it could be a nod to the Shankara stones from the Temple of Doom. There's also the myths that match. Now, Todd Howard, as we all know, leads the charge on the likes of Elder Scrolls and the Fallout games. Someone who writes the story arc as he does for other games of those ilks I mentioned wouldn't just want a one-game job. This is an opportunity here to create a series, a world within a world where we're going to see maybe more Indiana Jones games down the road, I'm thinking. Also on this image as well, we're seeing the idol from Raiders as well. You can see there with the pyramid. I presume those are etchings of the pyramid from or the jungle, Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Aztec temple in the jungle. So I'm thinking that's that. Let's carry on here. You can also hear a gramophone, kind of like the feedback on the gramophone as well, which says to me that obviously the era is the 20s, 30s, when it was a huge musical instrument way of playing music, which to me says we're going back to the 30s, back to the era of the Nazis, of the movies where they really counted. The Last Crusade, Raiders of the Lost Ark. We're going back to that glorious time in the Indiana Jones timeline. None of this future Kingdom of the Crystal Skull crap with the Russians in the 50s and 60s. We're going back to where we love Indiana Jones. We love him right there. World War II. That's where we want to see this game take place. We have to see it take place there. We have to. Let's carry this on. It looks like a Grail diary there as well. Now, let's pause it on here as well. We can see that there's obviously a passport here with Bethesda. I can't examine detail, but you have Sistine Chapel. So behind this, on the back of where this is, Sistine Chapel, obviously we're looking at the Vatican City there. What I'm thinking is here, obviously within Last Crusade, we traveled to Venice, where we went to the library, X marks the spot, we found the Knight's Tomb. Now, that took place in Italy. However, Rome here, Sistine Chapel, are we looking at going to Italy and Rome in this? That could be a location of where we're going. We've obviously in the last few years had of the Robert Langdon novels, with Dan Brown doing the Da Vinci Code and such as well. I would love to see something which took that kind of obviously that's kind of biblical to an extent, the kind of Da Vinci Code theory, which is complete, hog's wash, but still, I want to see. I think we all want something biblical here. Ark of the Covenant, the Holy Grail, we've seen rumors in the past, things like, the Spear of Destiny, Atlantis, all these different things that could potentially be a thing. I would love something biblical, and if Todd can think of something kind of creative and exciting enough that's in, which kind of ticks the boxes for the original fans, wow, man, wow. There is a plane ticket to Rome. Now, again, Rome seems to be a predominant force here, and we've got a timestamp. I didn't notice that before. The timestamp, October 31st, 1937. Okay, which says to me again, 1937. We're looking in the middle of the Indiana Jones, kind of like that perfect era you mentioned, kind of like, for Second World War, 1939 to 1945. 37's, that in-between period between World War I, World War II, exactly where we want this to sit. We've got a compass as well, which looks like it's pointing east, which to me could mean East Germany. Could mean like, the East. It could mean like towards Eastern Europe. We don't know what that east means. The compass could just be thrown in there for good measure, but we're pointing out east, which to me says we're going somewhere maybe towards the eastern side of Europe. Oh man, it's all complete theory, but I don't care. It's glorious. Now, I can't make out any of the writing on the typewriter, what's being seen there. But we're seeing MachineGames obviously are going to be developing this game. Wolfenstein games in the last few years have been absolutely exceptional. What about you guys? I have loved the Wolfenstein games. The story arc of the Nazi regime, and what if the Nazis kind of won in to an extent within, after the Second World War and such, and what happens after that. Man in the high castle kind of jobby. They know this to an extent. They know this subject matter. They've worked within this world before. That excites me because it means that the team at MachineGames, they've already got they're going to have a pretty conclusive timeline of the way in which that period in history between like 1930 and 1950, that window, they kind of know already what they can deliver. What is possible? They know the subject matter. I cannot think of a better developer to make this game. They know the subject matter. They know what's coming up. It excites me greatly. We're seeing a redacted document by top men. Though we know now as well, this could be, massively confidential, something which is a kind of a historical artifact of something. We want that at the crux of this. We want a historical artifact that Indy's got to go and look for. We've got Lucasfilm on the camera there, the ones behind the camera. A nice little nod to them there. Lucasfilm, obviously now kind of, the franchise that has been on camera is within the Lucasfilm family. I like that little nod there. We got a couple of bits of film there as well. I see an image at the bottom of the screen there. It looks like two people jumping. What looks like some caves. Now, to me, it looks kind of like, I'm putting this out there. It looks kind of like almost Israeli, like Jerusalem or something. And obviously that synonymous again with Jesus Christ and the kind of biblical element again. So again, I really hope that's a thing. We know that's what we want Indy to be. We need to go back to the grassroots on this one. And the whip. Oh, my holy moly mother of crumbs. Oh, Jesus. We'll want an Indiana Jones game to be perfect. Todd Howard and the team at MachineGames, Bethesda, have got an opportunity here to create something truly, truly remarkable. There's a lot of chat online at the moment as well that this game is apparently going to be an Xbox exclusive. Now, I really hope that is not the case, because if there is an Indiana Jones game, all of us should be allowed to play whatever system you have, whatever platform you have. Xbox exclusive would be massive, because people would, I'll be honest with you, I had an Xbox 360 when I saw that, Uncharted, a genre clearly that I love, was exclusively on PlayStation. I converted to PlayStation, started playing PlayStation. Have really done since. I still play Xbox and dabble when I can, but for me it's PlayStation because of that very reason, because of that third-person adventure. There's so much love for this character, so much love for this game, for this series, and I, for one, am so connected to it as well. I'm connected to it from my life standpoint, from my life. It's just very special, and I'm really excited about it, and I can't wait to see what happens. Personally, I really hope, obviously Wolfenstein being a predominantly FPS game, I really hope this is not that. I hope this is a third-person game. I want to see Indy at all times. I want to feel him whipping and swinging across vines from thing to thing. I want to find, proper, really well thought-out puzzles in this game. I want Indy to traverse the globe Indiana Jones style. I want this to be a long game. I want this to have a lot of longevity to it. I want this to have replayability to it. Basically, everything that happens in the trilogy, just do that again. But like, add more to it. That'd be sweet. I do not want this to be a Cyberpunk game. I do not want it to be a game that everyone's so hyped about because of the character and it comes out and it falls flat. I want this to be a game that Todd, the team, think long and hard about, because there are so many of us out here who felt so cheated when Kingdom of the Crystal Skull came out. It did not tick the boxes. We waited 19 years for the next adventure. It didn't do the job. It did not satisfy the thirst. The same for Star Wars fans of the sequel trilogy. It didn't do the business. The Mandalorian did. And the reason it did the business? Grassroots. Back to what Star Wars was and is at its core. Made by the fans, for the fans. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, please do like the video. Smash subscribe as well. Peace. I love you, and I'll see you real soon. Take care, guys. Fortune and glory. Man. Fortune and freaking me out. I need another glass.